headed to Indiana now, but I want to do a video, something I was thinking about, and I wasn't sure I want to do a video on it or not, and I don't know if it's because of all the driving I do now versus, before, but I feel like I see a lot more accidents out on the road. For example, just this morning I've already seen two, and both of them seem to be individual or single car accidents where the cars were in the ditch by themselves with no other cars. But I don't know the background story. Maybe somebody ran them off the road or cut them off or whatever the case might be. But it's almost seems like every single day, every time I'm driving, I see at least 1 to 2 accidents, and it just seems like it's more than it should be. But like I said, maybe it's always been that way, and I just didn't know. But definitely a little bit concerning. One kind of got me this morning, so I'm trying to remember what day it was. Pretty sure it was pre-Christmas, which being around the holidays makes it even sadder, I guess. But I was coming into Indiana, probably like 60 miles out of Elkhart area, and sorry, I don't know the exact town, but it was another single car accident. The person was way off of the road, not way off, but 30-40 feet, pretty far off the road. So I'm guessing they were traveling at a fairly high speed. I want to say that the speed limit's like 55. And I'm one that typically goes about 5 over. So, but I noticed the person that blown off the road hit like a cement barrier that was at like a business. I don't know if it's like a landscaping place or what, but there was a lot of like fire trucks, ambulance, police presence at the time, and it looked like it had just kind of happened recently before I got there. And as I was driving by, it looked like they were like cutting the person out of the car. Well, today when I drove by, I saw all the flowers and the cross and stuff, so somebody or people obviously didn't make it, which is really sad. And like I said, it doesn't help that it's the holidays, and I'm pretty sure that was like right before Christmas, within a few days before Christmas. So feel, prayers out to their families. Feel bad about that, for sure. But it just kind of had me thinking, because I don't know if it's just people are more distracted or texting while driving or whatever the case might be, but it just seems like you see a lot more accidents these days. Just wondered if that's just always been that way, and now that I'm driving more I see that, or if it's just the distractions that are on the road. Because it seems like cars are safer than ever with a lot of the features that they have. Obviously the weather hasn't been great. It's raining again today, so that plays a factor. But just a really odd, something I was thinking about. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to make the video or not, just because it's kind of, a weird subject. But this morning, definitely when I saw that like cross and flowers and stuff, it makes you think, because you're out on the road a lot, and it's not always about yourself being safe. A lot of times it's about the other drivers, and you don't really know what they're doing. But like the other day I saw a guy eating. He had no hands on the wheel. He's in the fast lane. He had like a container of sorts. Looked like maybe like kind of like what they would give you at like a Chinese takeout place, where you could have like the rice and a couple meats or whatever. A handful to hold. He was holding it with one hand and holding the fork with the other, and going down the highway. no hands on the wheel. So I remember, that's the kind of stuff you see out on the road. And like I'm all for eating some like easy food to eat while you're driving. That's not like, to me, that's not a big deal. Some French fries or even like a cheeseburger or something. As long as you could have the one hand on the wheel, I feel like you could probably. Is it a distraction? Yes, but the reality is I think everybody's been there, done that. But when you see something like someone 0 hands on the wheel, clearly eating something that isn't easy to eat while driving, and that's just one of the things I can remember seeing. I know I've seen people like doing their makeup or reading a book, and it's like I don't understand that either. How do you read a book while driving, even if you can't have one hand on the wheel? Like, how do you focus on the book, and how do you focus on driving? I feel like it would be really counterproductive there. I don't feel like you would really know what you read, or if you did know what you read, then you probably don't remember your drive. I don't know. Something like that seems crazy too, but just if you're a transporter, maybe comment some of the things you've seen, and maybe whether or not you think the roads are safer now, or with the the newer vehicle technology, or maybe they're worse because of the amount of people on the road with distractions. But I'm just interested to see kind of what people's opinions are on that. Again, not really a video that I was planning on putting out, but it was I hadn't been thinking about it for a few days, so I figured I would put it out there and just see what people think.